Hi there, it's Lucy from Bringer of Light Tarot. I'm here with your Monday tarot energy read for the week. Like I say in my other videos, this is a general read. If you feel things resonate, I say grab it. If you feel things don't resonate, I say discard it. If you're unsure if it resonates, I say shelve it and see what happens later on. And this is all about listening to your intuition, listening to how learning and feeling, and listening to how spirit talks to you, and enjoying the journey of life. So today I am going to use, I always pull 2 oracle cards, and I'm going to use this deck, the Priestess of Light Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor and Kimberly Weber. I really like this oracle. And then the tarot cards I'm going to be using are the Mind's Eye Tarot by Olivia Rose. I'm really enjoying this deck, so I've been trying to use it as much as I can as of late. So we're going to start off with pulling 2 oracles to get the energy for the read today, and then we're going to do the tarot read, which is going to be 5 cards, and the first card will be your struggles, or our struggles, our overall message from Spirit, our snuggles, what Spirit says is beautiful in our lives, advice from Spirit, and the outcome of all this. Now, if you come upon this video later than the date that this was put on, this video lasts forever. Spirit has no time. So I say if you listen to it and it resonates, grab it. Get what you can from it. All right, let's start. Knock the cards. Spirit, what do you want to say to us? What do you want to say to us? Oh, okay, these 2 stuck in my hands. All right. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so the first card that came out is a beautiful card. It says Soul Radiance, the Phoenix Rising. It's very apt for me today. And the second card is Sacred Gratitude, Reverent Appreciation Prayer. So let me just ask Spirit what they're saying. Okay, as I look at the Soul Radiance card, I'm really getting a feeling of what came to my mind very strongly is we all have a story. We all have a background. We all are a part of this broken world. That we are a spirit and an energy in a physical 3D form. And this is really the calling of all of our lives. At the deepest level, at the cellular level, this is the calling that we've all been put here forth, is soul radiance, the phoenix rising. We've all been put here to learn to stand in our individual power so that we can stand together in soul radiance, igniting each other's power. And with that card, the separate, well, it's not separate, it's joint energies. You get the sacred gratitude, the reverent appreciation, the prayer. And it's that feeling, and I'm just coming into that in my life now, that gratitude for my hard times. Ask me 7 years ago, and I wouldn't have been very thankful for my hard times. But as I've been walking in more light and love and have been expanding my heart and working through the barriers and the walls that were in me that withheld the love of the universe from me. And as those are coming down and having cracks in them and becoming thinner and thinner, I'm able to appreciate the love if I was surrounded by love my whole life, which some people are very lucky to be that, and I'm not taken away from that. I think that is the perfection of what perfect would be. But in my case, there's a real gratitude that I understand the darkness and I understand the lack. And so when I get the love, when I feel the love, when these breakthroughs have happened and love is able to penetrate my life at a very deep level, I don't want to let go of it. I never want to take it for granted. And then I can look at my shadow side and go, thank you. Thank you. There's a purpose for this in my life. It's not for every individual. I'm talking about me right now. But if it resonates with you, I say take it. All right. Let's go with the cards. So we'll hold those to the side. So it's about standing in our power, igniting ourselves and igniting each other around us, the soul radiance, understanding our story, and then through that, and we might not all be there, or we might be there at different points in our story, of the gratitude, of the understanding of how beautiful the darkness in our life. I know some people aren't going to understand that. That when the light shines in those dark places, and you feel the love and the compassion, the empathy, and you understand how Source really sees you, there's such gratitude and such thankfulness and such appreciation. That's what I'm getting from this and from healing. I'm seeing myself. I went to the beach this weekend, and I love being by water. I do not go by water enough. I don't go to beaches enough, and the whole point of it was I wanted to just ground and spend some time with my daughter and my partner, but also just ground. And we were on the lookout for rocks and really neat sea glass, and my daughter was crabbing and same with my partner and stuff. And I was digging my feet in the sand, and it was a very pebbly, little pebbles, but a very pebbly sand. And it reminded me of a verse in the Bible, and please don't think I'm going down this Christian route, but it is a beautiful verse that, Source, I'm going to use instead of God, I'm going to say Source's thoughts and thoughts of love towards us outnumber the sands in this world. And it really, I felt it when I put my feet in that sound. I saw it for the recognition of there's millions of pebbles of sand just within 10 feet of me. And imagine that for around the world, Source's love and thoughts towards you. So it's amazing. It's amazing. So let's do our struggles. I didn't know the cards, so I'll know the cards. Let's do our struggles. Source. And what would you like to tell us in love? So we're all loving our struggles. Oh, it popped out here. Okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, I got two cards. I'm going to put them together because I feel like they did pop out. And I'm feeling like I got the Justice card, which I got yesterday, and the King of Pentacles. And the energy I'm getting from this very strongly is going with the Soul Radiance card. This struggle of not recognizing how powerful you are, of not standing in that power. And I feel like the Justice card kind of represents those times where you were so hurt and no one stood up for you, and you didn't have the power to stand up for yourself. And the King of Pentacles is like that power here on earth that in energy form, but also in physical form, of standing your ground, of standing in your power, of standing in your authenticity, that I feel that what's holding us back is those hurts, those belief systems we've taken on from times where we didn't have the power, or we didn't feel we had the power to stand up for ourselves, and we let people hurt us, walk all over us. We believe they're crap, to put it bluntly. And it's that, again, that I spoke in my video yesterday, that I feel like justice is like you taking your own justice in your own hands, and that's an okay thing. And I don't mean this as revenge or punishment towards a person. I mean it as laws and boundaries within yourself of what you require from the people around you, how you require to be treated. And when those are passed or pushed or stomped on, you having the ability to stand up for yourself. And if you don't have that ability, of really looking, where is that coming from? Why don't I feel I have the power? Because I'm telling you right now, you have every right to have the power. You have every right to walk in truth and authenticity and to be true to yourself. And so Spirit is asking, when you feel your power is taken away from you, when you feel things aren't, that you can't stand up for yourself, ask why. Spirit will answer you, and Spirit will answer you in such a loving way. And it's looking at that. Okay, so that goes with that soul radiance card. Now, the next one is the overall message. Okay, all right. The overall message is, I got the 10 of Swords, and I believe it goes with these two cards actually quite perfectly for an overall kind of message, is that when we don't have the boundaries, when we don't have the ability to stand up for ourselves, when we don't have that ability to take justice into our own hands and make our own boundaries in our lives, and really be true to who we are and our authenticity, and standing in that, and standing in what you believe in about yourself. I'm not talking about, well, it can turn into earthly things of what you believe in earthly and society and stuff like that. But I'm talking about really about yourself and what you're willing to take in life and what you're willing not to take in life from people around you. And when we don't have those boundaries, what can end up happening is the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords is very much a depleted feeling, a done feeling. It can be a feeling of being stabbed in the back. But I feel with this particular energy, it's this, we're conquered. We've given away our power by having belief systems of what other people say about us that are in negative context or not in our true light context. You are giving them your power. And you are literally in the energy realm, not healthy, dying. You're not dead, but you know, it's not healthy. You're not working from a place of trueness of who you are. Okay, so that's what I feel the overall message is. Now the snuggles. What does Spirit say is beautiful in our life? All right. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. What is beautiful in our life? I feel like Spirit really strongly is saying, I really feel this is for me too. Okay. So don't get me wrong. I'm trying not to be like, I know it all. Cause, I've been very vulnerable this morning, and I had a lovely friend that, has been very open with me and very caring towards me. And that was great. And helping me to stand in my power a little bit more. Yeah. When we realize who we are, when we realize how powerful we are, when we realize how wonderful we are, when our defense mechanisms are gone, when our wounds are starting to heal, when our vibration rises, a whole new world opens to us. Sorry, that's the card that was pulled, the world. Now, physically, does the world change? It can. It can change with the people that are surrounded by you. It can, with higher vibrations, lower vibrations, leave your life. Things can physically change, but what is the most important is our perceptions change. And perception is everything. Your perceptions are very powerful. And what happens is our power is taken away when we allow other people's perceptions to overrule our own perceptions. Now, for those who truly are seeking authenticity, those who are truly looking at their wounds, you're not going to get deluded. You're not going to live in a delusional world that you're some better than being than everyone else. That's not going to happen. It's going to be that when you come to that place, you come to that sacred gratitude. And you realize how thankful you are for the other side of this. True authenticity is walking through the mud and realizing and looking at your dark side and realizing and choosing to heal the wounds that have been in your life and realizing there's no shame in that. And the world does open up. And I must admit, in my life, and my friend was talking to me about this morning, this world is opening up to me. The more I get healed, this world is opening up more and more to me. And there's this part of me, and that's what I'm dealing with right now. And I'm going to be very vulnerable here for you guys, is there's this inner child part of me that has never really experienced this type of power, this type of love from source, this type of realizing my giftings. And there's a real part of me that is terrified of that, a real part of me that hasn't caught up to that, a real part of me that I've never experienced that in any kind of long-term timeline. It's always been taken away from me somehow, or I've let it be taken away from me. It's a new thing for me, and it's very exciting, very freeing, but also very scary. And I'm not afraid to look at those fears, if that makes sense. I'm not afraid to. I ask Spirit to bring it up so that it can be, or work through, or integrated, whatever it needs to do, so I can experience the best that Spirit has for me in this life. So yeah, perception is everything. And that's what I think, like wounds alter perception, trauma alters perception, perception alters how we feel, how the chemicals and the emotions running through our body. That's why people use drugs to escape, to change their perception, to get out of the perception that they have of pain and take them into a perception of feeling good. And I really feel that Source wants to take us themselves without the addiction part of it, from pain into real goodness, and for those feelings to stay constant and to stay flowing and to stay forever. Yeah, things will knock us and stuff like that, but they won't knock us off course. And that's the real feeling I'm getting, that the world opens up to you with the change of perception you have about yourself. All right. And that's like the beauty of it, is that you are in control of that perception. That's the Snuggles part, is that's the beautiful thing, is these perceptions, even though they might be negative and might not be the greatest, that's the base. And you can work from that base, I feel Spirit saying, and they can change those perceptions and help you believe in the truth of who you are and walk in the truth of who you are. And the world is your oyster. So, advice on all this from Spirit. Oh, what came up? Okay. Okay. Got the Nine of Swords, my least favorite card. It's just before the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is like depletion, you're done, but at least you can get up. The Nine of Swords is the anxiety, the fear, and I've been talking about that. And I feel really the advice for that is that okay, what I'm getting really strongly is that fear is another perception. It's not real. Okay, but when it comes to healing, okay, I'm not talking about someone attacking you and you go, I felt fear, and I'm going, that's not real. That's not what I mean by this. What I mean by fear is not real in this circumstance is that these are perceptions, these are held on memories, these are held on thoughts and feelings, and the fear that you feel, the anxiety you feel towards your healing journey, towards your journey of standing in your power is not real. And it's getting that into you, and getting that into the depth, but it's not to bypass it. It's for you to stand on that foundation of knowing and really, really solidly standing there going, okay, I know this isn't real, but I'm still feeling it. And I feel Spirit is saying with that, you'll see the power that you can have over that fear, the working you can have working through that fear, that even though that fear is still present, that shouldn't stop you. I say shouldn't. It doesn't need to stop you. And it's not telling you, the fear is not there to tell you to stop moving towards your goal, moving on your healing journey. It's just a symptom of the wounds. And it won't be there forever. Sometimes we have dark nights of the soul. That doesn't mean that you are lower than, not worthy, not healed, unworthy. That doesn't mean any of that. It is just a part of being human. And it's the dark night of the soul that we are to work through. And they get less and less and shorter in time span and more recognizable for what they are, not the truth. To bring up stuff so that we can deal with it and keep moving. But it's not the truth. So that's the advice of that for the Nine of Swords. And our outcome. This is a longie today, you guys. I'm really sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry, okay? I hope you can get from it. The people that watch it, that's what I'm going to stand in my power. The people that watch it are the ones meant to watch it. So I'm not going to apologize for being long. I don't mind going in depth. I love it. This is who I am. And this is my calling. So the outcome for all this. So Spirit, what do you have? Oh, that popped out. All right. The outcome. Now, looks like quite a negative card, and I'm really feeling Spirit saying this is the opposite. So I got the Three of Swords, which is a broken heart. And I really feel like the outcome of all this advice, all this message, is actually by doing this, you're less likely susceptible to becoming the Three of Swords, which is the broken heart. Okay, I really feel Spirit is saying actually the outcome will be the opposite, that you'll really protect your heart, and I don't mean it in a walled up way, but you will start to see the flags, you will start to see what the red flags, you will start to feel when the energy isn't right, so you can put your protection up, and that you can honor yourself with your boundaries, with standing in your power, and doing all this stuff, avoiding the Ten of Swords, realizing your truth and loving yourself in your truth of who you are, and really deeply, I mean it being your whole being. And I'm not there yet, and I'm getting there, but it will happen in this lifetime for me. I know it will. And the Nine of Swords, working through the dark night of the soul, realizing that those thoughts, those perceptions are not real, not true, and that fear of working through stuff, fear of the past is not real, and that you actually have the power with the King of Swords and with the Justice card, by loving and accepting and standing in your power to work through these hard times. will prevent and ease suffering. And that's a card of suffering to me. Because you will be protected. You will know, and you will be able to protect yourself. And you will know what your worth is. This won't happen. Or if it does happen, it won't be to the degree that has happened in the past. You'll be able to recognize it, mourn it, but move on. Woo-wee! That is Monday's energy read for the week. Wow, that meant a lot to me. I hope it resonates with you. I hope you got something out of it. I love you guys, and I love you, Spirit. In me, around me, in you guys, everywhere. Amazing stuff. Thank you. Take care, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye now.